Hey, good morning. It's Mark here with another morning rant. I want you guys to see something. Saw this. I had a coworker show this to me the other day. It's slowly starting to make news. Activist, journalist, media personality Sean King. He put together this video, or he shared this video of a black kid getting arrested. Where was this at? I don't know what state or city this was in. The kid's name is Zakai, Z apostrophe KYE, and apparently, well, let's go to the video, and then I'll break it down. It's only a minute video, so, and I turned the sound off. So let's just go ahead and watch this. Okay. All right. Let's watch that again. So the the kid in the black sweater, the white kid in the black sweater, he's a known bully around school or whatever, and this is at a mall. And I'm not sure what they're complaining about. I don't know what they're fussing about, but they are in an argument, right? So they're going back and forth, and some of the kids that are around them, they're saying, "Hey, let's take this outside. Let's take this outside." So here we got the guy putting his finger in his face. Now you got to understand the difference between assault and battery. What the kid doing right now is considered assault. He's making threatening gestures. For years, I've always wondered, like, how did someone get arrested for assault and battery? Aren't they the same? No, not necessarily. Assault is when you raise your hands up and or make threats. Battery is when you actually hit someone. So right now he's assaulting the guy because the kid in the white shirt, he's asking questions. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. So kid says, "Get your hands out my face." Kid says, "Get your hands out my face," because he has his hand on his arm the whole time dude's pointing. So you look at this video and it's just a regular kid fight. Go through the fight. It's just a regular kid fight. Kids fighting in the mall. No big deal to me. They're both handling their own. Just a normal fight. Here's where it gets interesting. Police shows up. Police shows up, which is what they're supposed to do in a situation like this. Police shows up, and two police officers, two people fighting. Nobody else jumped in. To me, in my opinion, this is a fair fight. Just kids being kids. All right. Two police officers show up. There's a white guy. There's a white police officer and a white female police officer. They detain both and separate them, which is okay to me. They detained them both. They separated them. They got them away from fighting. But look at what happens. Did you see what happened? Black kid is on the ground and he's being arrested. He's being handcuffed and detained. White woman calms down white kid. Goes over, places a knee on his neck, and assists. Now, in a situation like this, and I don't know police procedure, but I've seen it. In a situation like this, You move both people. You detain both people. You separate both people. You keep your eye on both people. Why? Because who knows what that white kid is going to do? He could have a gun. He could have a knife. He can have a stick. Who knows? So if you don't detain him, if you don't keep an eye on him, he could be a threat, right? No different than the black kid. I understand them trying to restrain the black kid, but why are they not restraining the white kid? Anything could happen. When you got two people fighting, you don't turn your back on anybody that's fighting. But that's what they did. That's what they did. Let's go back. Police shows up. So here's another thing too. White kid is on top. White kid is on top. And anybody that's on top is mainly the aggressor. I'm not saying that the white kid is the initial aggressor. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when the police show up and they see somebody on top of someone, that's the person they detain. That's the person they separate and ensure that he doesn't get back on top. But that's not what happened. So police shows up. The white police officer and both white police officers push the kid off the guy that's on top, which is what they're supposed to do. But that's not what happens. White police officer, male police officer, he pushes white kid off solely for the reason of diving on this kid. Let's go back. Watch. They're fighting. They throw him off. But it looks like the white male police officer was pushing the white kid off solely to get toward the black kid. Solely to get to the black kid. Let's go back and watch that again. They push him off. Black kid gets tackled. Now, let's go back. Let's go back some more because I want you to see what the white woman did. White woman pushes him off. She's consoling him, telling him to stop. She believes what he's saying, and she goes and places a knee on his neck. Now, both parties are going to say he started it. Both parties are going to say it's his fault. It's his fault. The police officers don't necessarily have to believe anybody. They're just there to get statements, find out what happened, and if so, detain both, take them down to the precinct, separate them, get them the right statements, and find out the truth from there. But white kid points like this. He does a knife hand toward the black kid. White woman just automatically gets up. She says, "Hey, are you okay? Are you fine? Sit down." Now, mind you, you would do that to the person. You would ask the person that's on the ground if they are okay. The person that's on top is necessarily winning. They're winning the fight. They're beating up someone. But no, what she does, she takes him off and sets him down. Let's go back. She takes him off, aggressively sits him down, and she's trying to console him. She's trying to console him. Are you okay? Are you okay? She points. And she says, "Sit tight." And that's what they do. This is the problem that black people are talking about. This is the problem that black people are talking about. I don't care which. I'm not saying that the black kid was innocent. I'm not saying that the white kid is innocent. I'm not saying that the black kid started it. I'm not saying that the white kid started it. The police officers don't know what's going on. All they see is a fight. They don't know the details behind that right now. Excuse me. Their job is just to de-escalate the situation. Why would a police officer turn their back? Two police officers. Why would one police officer turn their back on another victim or what do they call those people? Why would they turn their back on someone that's involved in the activity? Why? And this is the problem that black folk have in this country. So black kid was detained for 30 minutes. He was handcuffed for 30 minutes. Zakai's family told me they kept him in handcuffs for nearly 30 minutes after this. It's why my wife and I don't really even. So he's just saying some personal stuff. But yeah, black kid was detained for 30 minutes. White kid was not handcuffed. Now, I can understand, in a fight, you handcuffing both. Calming everybody down, finding out what the problem is, and going from there. I would even submit to you this. Being a police officer, I would listen to both of these kids, find out what's going on, and say, hey, you go your way, you go this way. As a matter of fact, I would hold them both. And it doesn't matter if the black kid left first or the white kid left first. But I would say, hey, you kid, you get the hell out this mall. And then I will hold the other person for 30 minutes. Not in handcuffs. I will hold the other person for 30 minutes. Now you get the hell out this mall. Because it's just, in my opinion, it's just a fight. It's just kids fighting. Kids being kids. But no, what did these white police officers do? They attacked the black kid. They detained the black kid. They got their knees on his neck. They did everything that black people are talking about in this country. No one knows the black experience but black folk when we get stuff like this. George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, we can go down the line. We can go, and there's another kid just happened last week. Not a kid, young man, black kid who almost became another Arbery. Delivering FedEx packages, they start shooting at the FedEx truck. He escapes. Not only did he escape and live to tell the tale, but FedEx suspended him without pay because he refused to go back to the neighborhood and deliver packages. Get the hell out of Dodge. This is what black folk go through in America. Black kid is detained. Black kid is assaulted. Black kid. Not to mention that the white kid was the initial aggressor. But again, I'm not even worried about who started it. That's not even the question here. The question is, why did the two white police officers do what they did to the black kid and not do equally to the white kid? What made the black kid so dangerous that he had to be detained by two police officers? And what made the white kid so innocent that they ignore him and not detain him? But I'm going to leave it there, people. If you stayed the whole 12 minutes, I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is crazy. I will see you on the next one. I'm out. Y'all take care.